What if I told you that a forgotten spice, smaller than your thumbnail, could breathe life back into your body and awaken an erection in just 60 seconds? That regardless of your age, your medications, or past disappointments, a single bite could begin restoring the very strength you thought was lost forever? I know it sounds unbelievable, but stay with me. What I'm about to share could change everything. My name is Dr. Moit Kara. For over 3 decades, I've helped men over 60 reclaim what time and the system have quietly taken from them: confidence, circulation, vitality, and the deep, quiet sense of masculinity. Not with expensive prescriptions or gimmicks, but by unlocking the body's memory, using tools it still understands. And here's the twist: the answer isn't some new discovery or fancy device. It's a spice that's been hiding in plain sight. One your ancestors once used before intimacy, and that modern science now confirms is more effective than anyone imagined. The irony? You've probably passed by it in your kitchen hundreds of times, never realizing what it could do. In the next few minutes, I'll show you how chewing this one spice for just 60 seconds can open your blood vessels, reduce the stress crushing your testosterone, fight gum disease that limits blood flow, and help you sleep deeply so your hormones can recover naturally. I'll walk you through it step by step, and by the end, you'll know exactly how to use it and what to expect in your first 7, 14, and 30 days. Before we dive into this powerful method, take a second to subscribe and tap the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of the natural health strategies I create just for men like you. And if what I'm saying resonates, type 1 in the comments. If it doesn't, type 0 so I know how to better support you. Alright, let's begin at the heart of this discovery. Because none of it works without understanding what makes this tiny spice so powerful. The secret lies in a natural compound inside each clove. It's called eugenol, and it's the key to getting your blood flowing, your vessels relaxing, and your body responding again like it used to, or even better. Here's how it works. 1. Eugenol, the secret compound behind the results. I'll never forget when a patient once looked me in the eye and said, "Doc, I just want to feel like myself again." He didn't mean six-pack abs or running marathons. He meant intimacy, confidence. That quiet strength a man carries when his body still responds like it should. That moment led me to dig deeper into natural solutions, and time and again, I was brought back to one powerful compound, eugenol. Eugenol is found in high amounts inside cloves. When you chew 1 or 2 whole cloves, they release oils containing this remarkable substance. But it doesn't just stay in your mouth, it enters your bloodstream through the mucous membranes almost immediately. And what it does next is where the magic starts. Eugenol is a vasodilator. It helps your blood vessels relax and open, especially those narrow, stubborn ones that supply your sexual organs. After 60, those vessels often stiffen and lose their flexibility. That's the root reason blood doesn't flow like it used to. Eugenol acts like a natural massage for your arteries, gently opening them so blood can move freely again. Not forced. Not artificial. Just a reawakening of what your body was always meant to do. Even more powerful, eugenol triggers the production of nitric oxide, the very same compound those little blue pills try to imitate. But this isn't lab chemistry. This is your body doing the work naturally, without side effects, without headaches, and without the crash. Many men say they feel a gentle warmth, a sense of blood flow returning, within minutes. It's subtle, but it's real. And if that's what just one compound can do, wait until you hear what this spice does to the hidden stress that's been draining your testosterone for years. 2. Why erections weaken after 60, and how clove helps reverse it. I've had men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s come into my office, eyes low, quietly saying the same thing: "It's just not working like it used to." And every time, I tell them, it's not failure. It's not shame. It's biology. As we age, the tiny blood vessels responsible for erections begin to narrow and harden. They lose their elasticity. Years of stress, processed food, inflammation, and inactivity take their toll. Without healthy blood flow, erections simply can't happen. But here's what most doctors won't tell you: those changes are not permanent. They are reversible. That's where clove comes in, and why it's such a powerful tool for older men. Eugenol isn't just relaxing your vessels, it's helping to restore flexibility to their inner walls. like clearing out a rusty pipe so blood can flow smoothly again, to where it's needed most. Some of my patients have reported waking up with morning erections for the first time in years, after just a few weeks of using this method. Not because of pills. Not because of miracles. But because their circulation finally had room to work again. That's the beauty of this natural approach. It doesn't push or force your body. It simply reminds it how to perform like it used to. But there's one more thing. Even if blood is flowing perfectly, one invisible force can still shut everything down before it starts. And it's likely been sabotaging you for decades. Let's uncover that next. 3. How to do the 60-second clove method, step by step. The best solutions are usually the simplest. And this method I'm about to share has helped countless older men feel like themselves again. No prescriptions. No awkward doctor visits. No trips to the pharmacy. Just a simple act you can do in your own kitchen, and it only takes a minute. Here's exactly what I tell my patients. Take 2 or 3 whole cloves. Not the powdered kind, whole dried cloves. Organic is best, but any high-quality clove will work. Place them between your molars, the back teeth where your chewing is strongest. Gently bite down until you feel them crack. And here's the key, don't rush. Let the oils slowly coat your tongue and mouth. Breathe through your nose. Stay relaxed. For the first 30 seconds, just hold those cracked pieces in your mouth. Let your saliva mix with the oils. You might feel a strong, warm sensation. That's intense, yes, but it's a good sign. It means the eugenol is being absorbed through the sensitive membranes in your mouth, going straight into your bloodstream. Then begin to chew, slowly, not forcefully, just enough to fully break the clove down. Keep it in your mouth for another 30 seconds, letting the oils blend further into your saliva. That's it. You can either swallow the remains or spit them out. Both options are fine. What makes this method so effective is how fast it starts working. Some men say they feel the difference within minutes. Their mind clears, they feel more grounded, more connected to their body. But chewing cloves isn't just about energy and blood flow. It also unlocks something most men over 60 desperately need, and may not even realize they're missing. Let's talk about that next. 4. When to use the technique for best results. One of the most common questions I get, usually after a man has tried the clove method for the first time and felt that unmistakable warmth, is, when should I use it for best results? And the truth is, timing matters. A lot. Like any powerful practice, it's not just about doing it, it's about when you do it. Think of it like tuning a fine instrument. You want your hormones, your nervous system, your circulation, all playing in harmony. For many of my patients, the evening is the golden hour. About an hour before bed, when the body starts to unwind and the mind begins to slow down, that's when chewing cloves works wonders. It soothes the nervous system and prepares the body for deeper, more restorative sleep. And that's not just about rest. Deep sleep is when your body makes the most testosterone. That's your foundation. Nighttime use sets the tone for the next day. More energy, sharper focus, and yes, stronger morning erections. But don't overlook the morning either. Using this method first thing, on an empty stomach, can jumpstart your circulation and set a calm, focused rhythm for the day ahead. Some men use it before a walk or workout. Others prefer it 30 to 45 minutes before intimacy, for deeper presence, connection, and stamina. The key is listening to your body. Stay consistent. Daily use builds momentum. This isn't a one-time trick, it's a long-term investment in your vitality. And if you're wondering how something so simple can spark such deep change, it helps to understand what might be holding you back. There's one silent force most men never suspect. And it's been draining your strength from the inside out. Let's expose it next. 5. But that's just the beginning. Let's talk about stress. I've sat across from so many good men who eat well, stay active, do everything right, but still feel off. Their energy is flat. Their desire flickers in and out. And when it comes to intimacy, their body just doesn't respond like it used to. That's when I ask one simple question: how's your stress? The room goes quiet. They sigh. And then the truth comes out. Worries about money, health, marriage, aging, it's a heavy load. And most don't realize just how much that silent pressure is wrecking their masculinity from the inside out. Chronic stress floods your body with cortisol, a hormone meant to protect you in moments of danger, not hang around 24/7. But in today's world, most men over 60 are living in a near-constant state of low-grade emergency. And here's the harsh truth: cortisol and testosterone can't coexist in high amounts. When one rises, the other falls. The more stress you carry, the less testosterone your body produces. The lower your testosterone, the weaker your sexual response. And this is where cloves become more than just a tool for circulation. They help balance your stress response. A compound in cloves, beta-caryophyllene, binds to receptors in your brain that signal calm and safety. Within minutes, many men feel it, a loosening in the chest, a quieting of the mind, a letting go of pressure they didn't even realize they were carrying. And as cortisol drops, testosterone rises, naturally, gently, without force. You may not notice the shift at first, but it's real. And there's one more benefit of stress relief that happens silently, while you sleep. And it could be the final key in restoring your hormones. Let's talk about that next. 6. Chewing cloves equals better sleep equals more testosterone. If there's one pattern I've seen time and time again with my older patients, it's this: when sleep starts to fall apart, everything else unravels. You can eat clean, exercise daily, take every supplement out there, but if your sleep is poor, your hormones don't stand a chance. That's because the majority of your testosterone production, your healing, your recovery, happens at night, especially during deep, uninterrupted REM sleep. But how many men over 60 actually get that kind of rest anymore? So many tell me the same story. They lie awake at 2 a.m., mind racing. Or they fall asleep easily, only to wake up again and again, never feeling fully recharged. Then they wonder why their energy is gone, why their drive disappeared, or why they just can't seem to get going. More often than not, the answer is broken sleep. That's where cloves come in, not just for circulation, but as a support for your entire nervous system. The active compounds in cloves, especially eugenol and beta-caryophyllene, not only relax your blood vessels, they also calm the very part of your brain responsible for regulating your sleep cycle. When chewed in the evening, about an hour before bed, cloves gently guide your body into deeper, more stable sleep. Many men tell me they start dreaming again. They wake up clearer, more energized, and quite often, with stronger morning erections. That's no coincidence. That's testosterone doing what it's meant to do. So if you've been waking up tired, feeling like your drive or edge is slipping away, start paying attention to your sleep. Because fixing that one piece can trigger a powerful ripple of healing across your entire system. But cloves don't stop there. What if I told you your gums, yes, your dental health, might be quietly sabotaging your erection strength? Let's uncover that surprising link next. 7. Gum disease could be destroying your erections. Cloves fix that, too. It might sound odd at first, but I've seen it far too often to ignore. A man walks into my office, low energy, weak erections, and no clear cause. Blood pressure, normal. Lab work, decent. Then I ask one simple question: how's your dental health? And that's when the truth spills out. Bleeding gums. Receding gum lines. Persistent bad breath. Most men never imagine that what's going on in their mouth could be impacting what happens in the bedroom. But the science is crystal clear. It's all connected. Your mouth is the entryway to your circulatory system. If you have gum disease, even without obvious symptoms, bacteria can enter your bloodstream. From there, they travel through your body, silently triggering inflammation and damaging the very blood vessels responsible for healthy erections. It's like trying to force water through a hose clogged with mud. The pressure might be there, but the flow is weak and messy. Studies show men with advanced gum disease are up to 70% more likely to experience erectile dysfunction. That's not chance. That's biology. Now here's where cloves become more than just a spice. They become a daily detox. Clove oil is one of nature's most potent antiseptics. When you chew whole cloves, those antibacterial compounds go to work instantly, neutralizing harmful bacteria in your mouth before they ever hit your bloodstream. It's fast. It's effective. and you can often feel it with the very first chew. This is one of the simplest, most overlooked ways to begin restoring full body health. Because when your mouth is clean, your blood flows cleaner too. And as your blood vessels open, hormones rise, and your systems begin to reset, you may start wondering, what happens next? Let me walk you through exactly what to expect, week by week, as this powerful habit takes hold. 8. What to expect in 7, 14, and 30 days. One of the most rewarding parts of my work is watching how men change, not just physically, but emotionally. I'll never forget one man in his late 60s. He came in tired, skeptical, and ashamed of what he'd lost. We started the clove method, and I asked him to stick with it for 1 month. After just 1 week, he called me and said, "Doc, something's happening. I'm waking up more alert." And that was just the beginning. In the first 7 days, most men feel subtle shifts, a warm sensation in the body, a clearer mind, slightly deeper sleep, a renewed desire to move, stretch, or take a walk. It's not dramatic, but it's the signal your body is beginning to wake up. By day 14, things often accelerate. Energy rises. Mornings feel sharper. And sometimes, something unexpected returns, spontaneous morning erections. It's not a miracle. It's circulation coming back online, and testosterone beginning to speak again. By day 30, many men say they feel like a new version of themselves. Erections are stronger and more consistent. But more than that, confidence returns. They stand taller. Their partners notice. Even if intimacy hasn't fully resumed yet, the emotional presence, the spark, begins to reappear. And that's the real goal, to feel alive again. To live in a body that responds, instead of feeling stalled or shut down. But this is only the beginning. Because once you've unlocked this strength, the question becomes, how do you keep it? Let's talk about how to turn this small habit into a lifelong foundation for vitality. Conclusion. The strength you've been waiting to feel again. I've spent over 30 years sitting across from men just like you, men carrying the quiet weight of fading energy, lost confidence, and a fear their best days were behind them. But I'm here to tell you, they're not. This one small habit, chewing a few cloves for 60 seconds, can do more than just improve blood flow. It calms your nerves. It restores deep, healing sleep. It reignites testosterone. And yes, it even purifies your mouth to protect your heart and manhood. I've watched it revive circulation, rekindle desire, and most importantly, bring men back to themselves. If you've made it this far, it means your body is already asking for change. And now, you know exactly what to give it. The decision is yours. Keep hoping for a miracle. Or start building one, with your own 2 hands. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to begin. Start tonight. And let your strength return, one day at a time.